This town is probably best known for its ski resorts, but there's lots to do here away from the slopes too. In this video, I'll be exploring the downtown, and I'll check out the local food, an amazing boutique hotel, and some fun outdoor winter activities nearby. Here's a handful of things to do, giving you plenty of reasons to plan a visit for yourself. Welcome to Collingwood. These videos just scratch the surface of the places I visit, so as always, please comment below if you have suggestions or info that would be helpful for other viewers. Our first stop was the Dorchester Hotel, which gets a 4.9 star rating on Google. Located on Huron Ontario Street, the hotel is super convenient for exploring downtown. This historic property first opened as a hotel back in 1895. Back then, it was known as the Dominion Hotel. It was one of the first hotels in Collingwood, and it was the very first hotel to have an elevator. Throughout the roaring 20s, this property was the place to be, with live music, exhilarating elevator rides, and food. It was a lively hangout for locals and visitors. For a time, it was turned into apartments, but today it's been renovated and repurposed back to its original use. The hotel is owned and operated by the Millsaps, who were born and raised in Collingwood and are passionate about preserving local heritage. They saw an opportunity to bring this historic hotel back to life. I have to say, it's a beautiful hotel. I've never stayed in such a clean and well cared for property. The room was very well appointed and cozy, and a special mention needs to be made for Karen at the front desk. We asked for some food recommendations, and she offered to put a list together and email it over to us, which was just not expected and very nice. The hotel has excellent service and great attention to detail. There's also a really popular restaurant in the hotel called the Tremont Cafe. We didn't eat here, but it's supposed to be really good. After settling in at the hotel, we set off to explore downtown. Collingwood was first settled in the 1830s. In the 1850s, it was incorporated and named after Admiral Cuthbert Collingwood, who was a vice admiral in the British Royal Navy. The railway arrived in 1855, turning the town into an important shipping port that serviced the upper Great Lakes and ports of Chicago and Thunder Bay. As the town grew into a major port, a shipbuilding industry evolved. From the 1880s until the 1980s, shipbuilding and maintenance was big business in Collingwood. As Collingwood's role as a transportation hub grew, the grain elevators were built. In 1929, the grain elevators were constructed, and it only took 30 days. With a crew of 40 men, concrete was poured 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Today, the harbor and port have been transformed into parks, recreational trails, a marina, and homes. Over the past several decades, Collingwood was home to several manufacturing plants. While it sounds like industry is still a major part of the town's economic engine, Collingwood is now a major destination for outdoor recreational tourism. And it's not just winter activities. Collingwood is a true four-season destination with hiking, cycling, boating, beaches, golf, and so much more. Unlike some other places in Ontario that are seasonal destinations like Ontario beach towns, Collingwood benefits from its proximity to several ski resorts, making Collingwood the après-ski destination for visitors and locals alike. Taking a break from the snowstorm, we headed into 1858 Caesar Bar. This is exactly as it sounds, a bar that specializes in Caesars, and yes, the Caesars are very good. Most of them come with an appetizer built on top, so they're pretty filling. We went with the Smokehouse and Beezer. There's several other locations in Southern Ontario and one in PEI, but it all started right here in Collingwood by a local Collingwood couple. The name 1858 pays homage to the town, referencing the year Collingwood was incorporated. Feeling pretty full, we decided to head over to Blue Mountain Village to see what was going on. We visited just before the slopes opened for the season, but Blue Mountain Village was still busy with visitors. The restaurants and hotels had patrons inside, and there were some braving the cold outside too. I would advocate for people to stay in Collingwood because you'll get a chance to experience the local culture and support local businesses. Of course, you'll be supporting local employees at Blue Mountain Village as well, and maybe some local businesses too, so to each their own. Blue Mountain Village is owned by a large U.S. mountain resort company, and a lot of the shops are large U.S. retailers and chain eateries. Downtown Collingwood has a lot more unique businesses that are owned and operated by locals, and they put a lot of care and love into what they do. Like I said, to each their own. Either way, you're supporting the local economy, but my personal preference is to try and support the local businesses that I can't find anywhere else. Back in downtown Collingwood, we were ready for dinner and headed over to a local favorite, the Huron Club. The restaurant is located inside this heritage property that was built in 1880. In 1914, the Huron Club opened, which was a men's club at the time. The property has evolved into a restaurant today, but still retains the Huron Club name. Inside is a casual atmosphere where you can watch a game or take part in trivia nights. They offer 25 different Ontario craft beers, and they specialize in smoked meat. I ordered the smoked turkey clubhouse sandwich, and the food was excellent and a great way to cap off our first day in Collingwood. The next morning, I headed out to Scandinave Spa. Now, I've never been to a spa before. I've never even had a professional massage. So this whole experience was new for me, and I was honestly a little nervous going into it. But I'd heard such good things, and I felt like I should at least try this kind of thing at least once in my life, so I went for it. Yeah, I'm a spa guy now. I didn't go for the massage, but I did do the thermal journey. First off, swimming in an outdoor pool during winter is an amazing experience, which I've done before. But this experience is based on traditional Nordic spas, which is the Scandinavian practice of hydrotherapy, where you cycle between hot and cold pools. I think there was 6 pools, 3 hot, 3 cold. Plus there's an infrared sauna, a steam sauna, relaxation rooms, and complimentary tea. And they serve food there too. They have really gentle music playing, and there's campfires burning throughout the property, which just adds such a nice aroma. It was such a great experience, and the moment I got into the first hot pool, I was just loving it. It can definitely seem a little intimidating at first, having to go outside in nothing but a robe and a bathing suit during the winter, but the water is so warm that after a while, the cold plunge pool actually starts to look pretty inviting. I ended up going back and forth between the cold plunge and hot pools probably 12 to 15 times, and it was such a fun experience. In my opinion, this is a must-do when you visit Collingwood, and it's only about 10 minutes outside of downtown, and it's super close to Blue Mountain Village. Scandinave Inc. is a Canadian company, and their first spa opened near Mont Tremblant in 1999. Besides Blue and Mont Tremblant, today you can find a Scandinave Spa in Old Montreal and Whistler. After returning from my spa day and feeling rejuvenated, we headed to Gibson and Company for coffee and lunch. This place definitely wins the award for the best cafe entrance. If you didn't know it was there, you'd easily miss it, but it's a beloved local establishment, so everyone knows about it. They have a big board of sandwiches and small bites and some great coffee. They're also a wine bar offering unique bottles not found in the LCBO. I ordered the mortadella sandwich with pickled fennel, Swiss cheese, and pesto mayo, and it was amazing. Like many of the downtown businesses, Gibson and Company was started by 2 young entrepreneurs, one of whom grew up in Collingwood. After lunch, it was time to brave the cold again, this time to head up to the Scenic Caves Nature Adventures. This park was established in 1932 and offers outdoor adventures all year round. During the winter months, you can cross-country ski or snowshoe around the 27 kilometers of trails. At the Nordic Center, you can rent skis and snowshoes. The trails are clearly marked, so it's easy to navigate around. Just a warning though, the terrain is very hilly, so it's a good cardio workout. We did a couple of trails. The first one was the Suspension Bridge Trail. This one takes you down into a valley and then back up to the suspension bridge. There's a couple signs indicating how strong the bridge is, so there's nothing to worry about, but it definitely sways a bit, which can be unsettling for some. Once you reach the middle, the views are pretty amazing. Continuing on, we set off on our next route, Lookout Trail. This one takes you up the escarpment to an even higher vantage point. The Scenic Caves are located up here, but they're closed until the spring. From here, we took a different route back to the Nordic Center, and it was definitely an accurate name for this shortcut. Collingwood is a lot of things, and it's hard to nail it down as just a ski town. It's a town with a real sense of community, and the people we interacted with on this trip were very proud of Collingwood, as they should be. They have a beautiful and historic downtown, an established culinary scene, they have 4 seasons of outdoor activities, top-rated schools, and some of the nicest new home developments that I've seen. It's the type of place I would return to again and again and have a different experience each time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, which just scratched the surface of Collingwood, but hopefully it's enough to get you started on planning your own trip here. I'm Mark, and if you're new here, I make videos about places and experiences here in Canada, so please consider subscribing for more videos like this one. And again, please comment below if you have suggestions or info that would be helpful for other viewers. Thanks for watching. See ya.